This week we're going to highlight the price changes associated with the USDA August Supply Demand Report. Then we're going to turn our attention to crop conditions and weather trends here in the U.S. We're also going to take a look at harvest progress in Brazil and wrap things up the long-term review of December corn futures. Hi, this is Brian Bastine with Advanced Trading. Let's talk about the corn market. We've moved into August now, and of course this corn crop is now in the grain fill stage primarily. We're going to start out this week, however, talking about the USDA Supply Demand Report that we released on Tuesday, August 12th. Let's take a look at the price changes associated with that report. What we've done here is look at the last 10 years of the price changes for December corn futures on the day that the August crop report is released. For example, last year when the report was released, December corn futures closed 7 cents higher. Here's the key message. Look at that over time. Quite a few years of double-digit increases or double-digit declines. That makes it extremely important that you work closely with your trusted risk management advisor to have your risk management positions in place prior to the release of this report. Let's shift gears now and take a look at the updated crop condition ratings here in the U.S. The USDA told us this week that crop ratings nationwide were unchanged at 73% good to excellent. Notice last year at this time, however, was only 67%. You can see scattered across the country here declines in Iowa and Illinois, but we saw some improvement up in Minnesota as well as Nebraska. Let's now take a look at our aggregate crop condition index here. You can see over the last decade, this year is just barely below the highest level for this time of year, slightly below that level we saw back in 2016, so a continued high level. But notice even through now, through the end of the growing season, we can still see some volatility in that index. Let's look at crop progress here. We're looking at corn silking. Pollination is winding down here as we enter that second week in August. Between August 3rd and 10th, approximately 5% of the corn will be pollinating. So really by that middle of August, we should be very near completion of corn silking. Let's shift gears now and focus on weather. Let's take a look at the short-term trends. Our slides this week, as usual, are courtesy of T-Storm Weather. Starting out here looking at a much warmer pattern developing all the way through Thursday of this week. So we're going to see that cool weather kind of subside and be replaced by warmer weather. How about rainfall? Through Friday of this week, the heaviest rainfall you can see is up there in the northern plains, as well as parts of Minnesota, western Iowa. As we move further south and east, not much rain in the forecast here. But as we switch gears and look forward to Saturday through Tuesday, we're looking at more widespread coverage. Now, the most organized rainfall is in that darker green, but all across that area here, stretching in the eastern Midwest, is a possibility for thunderstorms. Let's take a look at accumulated precipitation over the next 2 weeks. Now we're looking here at most areas are going to be normal. That's that light yellow area. A few areas slightly above, a few areas out west slightly below, but really nothing like the far west there where it could be intensely dry. Let's shift gears and briefly look at harvest progress in Brazil. Now Brazil is about 75% harvested. That's slightly behind the 5-year average of 77%, but last year was much quicker at 91%. So it's been a bit of a slow start to the export program for Brazil, but we do want to highlight there are signs that Brazil's export program is finally slowing U.S. shipments. For example, PNW corn exports for the week ending July 31st were a 30-week low. Let's wrap things up this week looking at trends in December corn. Now, December corn, as we tape here on Tuesday, is trading near $4.05 a bushel. Notice there's still that potential for volatility both to the upside and to the downside between now and that harvest crop insurance period in October. That's why it's critical that you continue to work closely with your trusted risk management advisor to manage price movement. Now, if you'd like more information, please feel free to contact us at 800-664-2321. We'll put you in contact with our risk management consultants who'll be happy to visit with you at your convenience. And remember, we upload every Wednesday. Make sure to subscribe to our channel to never miss an update. And remember to join us on Tuesday, August 12th at 1:30 p.m. Central Time for a live YouTube summary of the USDA report. Thanks a lot. Have a good week.